Yeah, yeah. Just a feeling. Yeah.
Next, we would really like to have the pictures here, so we would. Okay, understand.
Hello everybody. So as all of you can see, this is Chinese negotiating with Germans. And the companies in questions are Germany Food Retail AG and Chinese Food Production Inc. And Chinese has now come to Germany to visit and try to get a deal here. And it is the second day of the negotiations. During the first day they negotiated about amount, samples, and the quality. And now on the second day they're going to discuss about Incoterms, payment terms, and the amount that should be paid. So this day begins with a lunch. Let's see how it goes.
So, hi, nice to meet you.
Hello, nice to meet you too. Okay, so now this is the restaurant I told you on,
Okay.
and here's the menu.
Okay, thank you.
What would you like to eat?
I see. Just pizza, pasta, salad. That's all? Okay, so anyway, I think I will take pasta.
Okay, I think I'll take a salad and alcohol-free beer. Like, do you not want to drink something?
I think I would like wine.
Okay.
Yes, may I take your order, please? Yes, can you... What?
Okay. Okay. Here's the menu.
Okay.
And what would you like to eat?
Let's see first. Just pizza, pasta, and salad. That's all? Okay, anyway, I think I will take pasta.
No. Okay. I think I'll take a salad and alcohol-free beer. Like, would you not like to drink something?
I think I prefer wine.
Yes, may I take your order?
Yeah. So I want to have a salad and alcohol-free beer, and
I want pasta and wine.
What kind of wine?
maybe Chardonnay.
Yes, okay, that's nice.
Thank you. Okay, so now in this situation during the lunch, the Chinese are used to drink alcohol during the negotiations. Germans are not so used to that. Not before, at least. So now the German got a little bit offended by this. And also the Chinese reacted to the lunch. She had expected a little bit more from the lunch, so she would get her stomach full. And now, let's see how it continues.
Okay, so how is everything going on? Do you have a nice evening?
Yeah, everything alright. And what about yourself?
Yes, I'm fine. Last night I'm chatting with my family, and my mother told that my cousin is going to be married. But I think all my family don't like the guy, so what a pity. But anyway, I'm really happy about my cousin. She's going to be married.
Okay, that's really nice. But do you think about which payment method we should use?
Yes, a little bit. But I always think about my cousin's wedding. I'm so excited about it.
And what about the insurance?
Come on, it's lunchtime. We have plenty of time later. Let's talk about business later.
Okay, so as you can notice, the small talk failed completely. Because Germans are used to negotiate during the lunch. Chinese, when it's lunchtime, it's lunchtime. You don't discuss business. So this caused confusion and a little bit frustration with the German that wanted to get straight to business. And also Chinese are used to small talk about their family. Germans are not so used to that. They like to talk about business and that kind of stuff, non-personal things. So now we go to the part 2, the negotiation. So now we are in the office where the negotiation will take place. And now the Chinese are a little bit upset because they have an empty stomach. Not a good way to start a negotiation. And now the Germans are not aware of this situation. So the negotiation starts a little bit on bad terms. Let's see how it goes.
Now I think I have enough time to think about the formalities.
That's great. Let's talk about business.
Well, but these days I'm really busy. It's really hard for me to find some insurance companies.
Like, are you already read in our papers, for a range amount of goods we are just going to pay 27.5 million if your company takes the risk and the cost of transportation?
Well, you know that my company is good, but even we have to face troubles last year and the profits totally not good. And we are offering top quality product but very low prices. But if I would give you the good for this price, I can't pay my workers.
You know that last year was for everyone bad, so what do you think is a fair price for you?
I think for this consignment, I have to pay my workers for 20 million, and for raw materials, I think, 10 million.
So you want us to pay 30 million without insurance and transportation?
You have to consider that the splendid quality of our product and the limited time we have to prepare for the production. And we also have to pay our workers overtime compensation, which is not included yet.
We always said we can pay max 27.5 million with DDP.
Well, but if you really want DDP, you have to consider that in this short time period, it's extremely hard to find an insurance company which will insure such a high sum. And it's even more challenging in finding a shipper for the goods because all the ships are still full for this period.
Stop! Let's get to the point. What do you really want? We just can offer it really at the least 30 million. But we will don't take care of the insurance and transportation, for sure.
Okay, I'm sorry that I'm just a little bit hungry, so... Okay, so do it again. So, okay, let's do.
Okay, so let's take a look at what happened. So the Germans get frustrated with the Chinese because the Chinese keeps on going around and around and around. And Germans are straight to business and want clear answers. But luckily, the Chinese saved the situation and met the Germans halfway and started going like more clearly. And this could have been a deal breaker for their Germans if she wouldn't have like started talking and saying like what she wanted. So let's see what happens now.
Okay, great. You received the money if everything's sold.
What?
Yeah, what would you suggest?
Come on, without money, we think it's difficult for us to send the food on time. We prefer the payment when we receive the goods.
I really think we have to come to the conclusion that it's real late. Look at the clock. Let's meet in the middle. I'm really fed up.
Okay, that sounds good. 50% when we receive the goods and 50% afterwards. And we think we can accept it.
Okay, yeah. But just if you take the quality checks on your own expense on the port and just be an independent agency, this would be okay for us, but nothing else.
It's acceptable for our company.
Okay, that's great. So I think we have found a good outcome for both of us if you accept the range points. So I will ask our lawyer for finishing the contracts, and yeah, I think we can go to dinner.
Okay, let's go.
That's
So, still, a small summary. What went wrong here? Well, Germany is a low context country and Chinese is a high context country. That means that Germans are straight to business and Chinese are not that straight to business. So during the lunch dinner time, it went a little bit wrong there. A little bit misunderstanding, and the small talk failed. Bad start. And and this, but it all turned out well when the Chinese realized what the situation was, and she adopted to the German way. So.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, the next one, please. I think this is the